Yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is As a Man for Christ, aka my Bishop, and my real names are Olowe Elvis Ogunaya. First of all, I want to thank all my viewers, my YouTube viewers, and my Twitter fans who will be joining here live and direct. Yeah, I want to say a big thank you, and I want to make a shout out to all of you, especially to my very bosom friend Mojola Oluwa, Dr. Mojola Oluwa, sorry. Thank you very much for the kindness, for the love, for the support. Thank my friends Aduni, the Chef Toffa, all of you, all Beke. I thank all of you, Larry. I can't just mention names, but I thank all of you, Cynthia Igoba, Blessings, Arima, Chris. I love all of you. God bless you. Yes, today I'm talking on a very, very sensitive topic. A very sensitive topic. When I mean sensitive, like a very, very sensitive topic. And this the topic I'm talking about is masturbation. I'm talking about masturbation. What has been the effect of masturbation? The effects of masturbation on our use, on our, not on our use, on our generation, in the society, in our lives. What has masturbation done to us mentally, physically, and spiritually? Before I comment, please, before I start, please, I beg you, subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, I beg you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, let me start with masturbation. What you ask, what is masturbation? Sadly, masturbation has eaten half of this generation. That's just the sad truth. It has eaten half of this generation. That is the truth. Masturbation comes with a subjecting spirit, which when it falls on you, you become unreasonable to yourself. You can't figure out what you are doing because you have been consumed, sorry, you have been consumed with lust. You have been consumed with lust. In essence, what am I saying? What I'm saying in essence is this: when you are into masturbation, it will eat it deep into you like an addiction. It comes, like you say, it comes with a subjecting spirit. It gets you subjected to it. You can't think of anything else. When you become very unreasonable, nothing else matters to you. All you think is that thing you have in mind, which is to masturbate. You can't even figure out what you are doing because you have been consumed with lust. You have been consumed with lust. And until you get off it, until you know what you want, you get past it, no, nothing else matters to you, nothing else makes sense to you, nothing else makes sense to you until you have masturbated, which is very wrong, which is very wrong, which is very, 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 very wrong. It is very, very wrong. In our generation now, it is very, very wrong. It is very, very wrong. Why can't you stop masturbating? Sorry, why can't you stop masturbating? Why can't you stop masturbating? It is a question. Why you can't stop masturbation? Actually, not why can't you. Why you can't stop? These are the reasons why you can't stop masturbating. Remember that feeling of incompleteness. That feeling of incompleteness. Like when you don't do it, you don't feel complete. When you don't do it, you don't feel complete. You feel like the world has gone past you. That is the feeling you get whenever that masturbation comes to you. You like you are incomplete. Like if you don't do it, nothing else makes sense to you. Everything is just a fluff. You are just nothing, like nothing. So until you get off it, nothing else makes sense. Frustration and stressed up. Are you frustrated? Are you stressed? These are also the questions that I'll be asking, or you should be asking, why you can't stop it. These are questions should be asking. Why you can't stop it? Are you frustrated? Are you stressed up? It exhausts you to masturbate. It loves you. Like, and which is true. When you, and what prones you, they makes you prone to it. Like very, very addicted to it is based on the content you watch. It's based on the content you watch, which is the sole reason. And without let me not say which is the prime and major and main reason why it is so. It is based on the contents you watch. Please, I say that please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. You know, it exhausts you to masturbate. It lures you to watch the sexual contents you watch, the pornography you watch online, because we've all been there. We've all been there. We've all been there, and that is why we can say this. Sorry for the distraction. Uh, it allows you to watch porn, to have sex. That's why masturbation has been unstoppable in your life because of the contents you watch. Pornography, nudity, you watch pictures of porn. That is why it has eaten very deep into you. You can't stop. Even in the absence of sex, that is what you think of. To jerk off, to just feel yourself, which is very wrong. This is why you can't stop masturbating. Yeah? This is why at what atmosphere are you pressured to masturbate? And it may differ. It differs. Some may be when you are alone. Others are maybe when you are frustrated and when you see a sexy person. That's why I'm saying maybe you see a half clad picture, a girl's picture, you see nude, maybe a breast or some stuff like that. That is when you get to see yourself in that atmosphere. You must be pressured you will be pressured. You will be pressured to masturbate, which is very wrong. You need to guide what you watch. You need to guide what you watch. You need to guide the things your ears hear. You filter it. What your eyes see, you filter them, because what you see controls you. What you hear controls you. What made Eve to fall temptation to the devil in the garden of Eden was because she listened to the devil. So what we hear, the kind of discussions we hold with people, the kind of people we hang around with, mostly the kind of contents we watch. When I look at what you're watching in let's say in the Nigerian music industry, what are the programs we watch? Yes, they are rated 18, but actually when they are rated 18, are they strictly supervised to make sure that it's only 18 plus? Are they strictly supervised to make sure, yes, this program that I rated 18, it is only available for 18 plus? Who is supervising them? So you see that that's a total flop. How can you get rid of masturbation? Is a question. This is not a garbage that just this is not just a garbage you can dispose of anytime. No. Whoever tells you that is making a very huge mistake. It's not something you just stop. You can't just stop. You can't just stop. You just stop it anytime you want. It is gradually. Maybe you envision yourself how long the more and first it start by limiting the contents you watch, the sexual contents you watch. Pornography. There are some movies we watch that are in a romantic level that makes you feel romance. And when you get that feeling, it comes to you. The only thing that comes to your senses is yes, use your hands. You masturbate. So when you control what you watch, you are sure in a very good way to stop masturbating. You can't kill sexual urge, you only manage it. That's just a fact. You can't kill it. No minister, no man of God, no GO, no mommy GO can tell you that they don't have sexual urge. It's a lie. You only manage it. That is why Apostle Paul was telling you. Apostle Paul said, I wish, this is not the Lord speaking, but I, Paul, I wish that all of you would be like me. But nevertheless, if you can't be like me, what that is about the gift of celibacy, he has the gift of celibacy. Since all of you can't have this same gift, it is better for you to go and marry than to born. Are you understand? That is what than to born. So he was trying to say that it is a gift. Their sexual urge is there, but not everyone has that ability to manage it. You only manage it, and remember, whatever you can't manage, you lose it. So Apostle Paul was telling them to manage their sexual urge. So sexual urge, when you begin to manage your sexual urge, that is when you know you are in the right track to getting rid of this masturbation of a stuff. And the way forward is determination and abstinence. Get yourself determined that this is what you want to do. Determine that is what you want to do, and that is where that is where discipline comes in. I like some few days ago, I finished reading a book online. It's an ebook actually. I downloaded it online. It was about self discipline. I learned a lot. Telling yourself no, just like this thing that we say, the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. No, train your body. Paul say, "For I will be not as one that beateth the air, to put my body into subjection." Subject to your body to this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I own you. You don't control me, rather I control. When you take that control of yourself, yes, like Evia is saying, yes, it's lack of discipline. Thank you, Mojolo Oluwa, you're always there. It's lack of discipline, which is where I'm coming from now. Determination. Determination. When you are determined, determination and abstinence. When you are determined that yes, this is what I want to do, you walk towards it. You walk towards it. I can't do this. I won't do this. My body, I can't do this. So when you start with that track, when you start on that track, you are sure on the right track. And I pray that the grace of God will come upon you to stop it when you are determined and abstain. What is abstinence? No. Abstain from watching pornography. Abstain from seeing any nude picture. Abstain from anything that can trigger your sense of affection, your sense of sexual urge. Because remember, you have now started managing it, so you should abstain. Abstain. The one forward is just determination and abstinence. Requisite for stopping masturbation. Many of you have one day said to yourself, I won't do it again. No. And some even went as far as saying, if I do it again, let me die. And later you saw yourself doing it. Why? It is not by works. They say faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. So saying I won't do this or that, we said it. let's let's tell ourselves the truth. We all said it, but in the end, we still find ourselves doing it. Please, that is where determination comes in. That is self-discipline, and you can't do it without God. Bible said in the book of Luke 1:37, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So you see that without God we are nothing. Everyone has a source. Remove the fish from the river, from the sea, from the ocean, it dies. Uproot the tree from the earth, from the soil, it dies. Disconnect man from God, he dies. Even if he doesn't die physically, spiritually we are dead because the spiritual controls the physical. So remove man, disconnect man from God, you are nothing, you are dead. So we can't do without him. And God created man in his own image. After his own likeness, he made he them male and female. So from the beginning, it was with God. And till the end, because he is the God that declared the end from the beginning. We need him in all that we do. So you got to understand that God is there. God is needed in this step. Turn your face to God. The Bible says in the book of Romans, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be ye transformed, but be not conformed with the world. The Bible is talking about being renewing of your mind. Your mind starts with the things you watch, the things you hear. Okay, let's just put it this way. You want to stop pornography, but you still want to stop masturbation, and yet you see yourself in every porn size. You see yourself in any sexual related contents. You get that urge. It's there. I don't know if you're getting me. It starts with God. You need God. You need God. You need God. He's the Alpha and the Omega. You need God. You need God. In this work, you need God. Yes. Then saying, I don't want, if I do this, let me die. It is a theoretical determination. It is, and it might be made out of frustration and anger because maybe you've seen yourself doing it when you don't want to, and yet it's the one to the only thing you will need to you said is if I do this again, let me die. No, 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 no. Remember that they say life and death are in the power of the tongue, and that is when the devil will hold you. Yes, he said this, and God, the devil will use it as an evidence to present it before God. Say, God, look at what is happening. Look at this. He said this. And God, bearing it before God, he holds it against you. So let us be careful with the things we say. It's a theoretical determination, a determination made out of frustration and anger. The kind of determination needed to stop masturbation is known as practical determination. It is practical. Just like I always tell people, I love you. This thing we say love is both expressive and demonstrative. You express love and you demonstrate love. I love you. I just tell you I love you. I am just expressing it. I love you. I'm expressing it. It's free. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. They say action, they say speaks louder than words. That is where demonstration comes in. Demonstration of love is when I say John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. So God loved and he demonstrated it by giving us his son Jesus Christ to come and die on the cross of Calvary. So for you to determine, for you to mean what you say, you do it. The difference between a leader and a ruler is like a signpost standing there and pointing to a direction where you go, but he's there. But a leader walks with you. Moses never abandoned the Israelites in the wilderness or in Egypt. So when you say something, you mean it, you do it. So that is what makes you a leader. So saying things and doing them is actually different thing. When I tell you I love you, by my actions, by the things I do, by my care, by thoughts towards you, you will know. Me, I will by gifts, I might give you gifts, pray for you spiritually. I will put you in my prayers. You will know, yes, this person is demonstrating this love. So the kind of determination you need is a practical determination, determination, not this theoretical one. No, it is made with willingness and an oath, a subconscious determination which makes you now that you, sorry, which makes you know that you are not frustrated or angry or in regret. The kind of thing that you say, like say let's say setting up a task. Maybe in a day you set up a task so that you won't procrastinate. Like say this is what I want to do, and you see yourself accomplishing. That is demonstrative. That is the kind of things you need to do. Now I want to stop masturbation. What are the things I need to do? You make a to-do list. Okay, fine. I'll stop watching pornography. I'll stop seeing any sexual related content. You map it out. You map it out and you begin working towards them. At the end of the day, just like you said, this New Year resolution, what the things you want to accomplish in a year, you write it down. Maybe if any one of them is going on, you tick it, you say this one good is done. So that is what you have to do. That is what you have to do. That is what you have to do. Not making an oath, if I do this, let me die. No, it is coming out of regret and anger. And that is not the kind of determination that you need. It is not the kind of determination you need. And another way of getting rid of it is by controlling the things you watch and think. I've said it is by controlling it. When you control it, that is when you know that you are in the right path. Lastly, be in a good relationship with your creator. He is the only one that can be sufficient for you. By strength shall no man prevail. It is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Christ that showeth mercy. You draw closer to him. You know because the will of God is in the word of God. So when you want to know his will, you read his word, which is the Bible. The Bible said in the book of Joshua 1 verse 8, study in the book of Joshua 1 8, this word of law shall not depart out of your mouth. Thou shalt meditate upon it day and night. Day and night, very, very important. Timothy tells you, study to show yourself approved. So you know that you need God. And if you need God, how do you contact God? You go to the word. In the book of John 1:1, in the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and without him nothing was made. These are the steps you take. Draw closer to God. You draw closer to him and he will help you. He will help you. This message is to encourage, is not to is just to castigate or shed anyone or intimidate. No. It is just to encourage those fighting with this addiction because it is an addiction. I said it earlier. I've passed through it. On Twitter last 3 days or last week, I hosted a space about it. Yeah, thank God for John View that joined and the wonderful contributions he made. Thank you. Mojolo Lua was there, Dr. Jola, she was there. And we discussed this thing, which was what prompted me to say, let me make this video. It is to encourage those that are first fighting with this addiction, that you are not on this fight alone. No. And also to let you know that Christ loves you and will help you overcome. He will help you overcome. He said, we are more than conquerors. We are more than conquerors. Please, let us acknowledge God. Let us acknowledge him. If you want to know, you want to stop this, acknowledge God. Okay, now since we are done with all, let us now see the biblical thoughts on masturbation. If you can follow me to the book of Matthew 5:27 to 30, Jesus speaks against having lustful thoughts. And then he said, if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. He was kind of specific. Ironically, he was kind of specific. If your right hand is causing you to sin, cut it off, throw it away, cut it off and throw it away. He was kind ironically and didn't say relate or let's say relatively or ironically, relatively. There is clearly a connection between lustful thoughts and masturbation. It is unlikely that Jesus was alluding the specific sin of masturbation in this person that he had said it. It was very, 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 very unlikely that he had this kind of thing. Because actually, you know that when you want to masturbate as a man, you use your right hand, not actually your left. So he was kind of specific. The Bible nowhere explicitly states that masturbation is a sin. Please let me correct that impression. Or if there is, please, I am open to corrections. Let me be properly guided, please. But nowhere it explicitly states nowhere that masturbation is a sin. What you have is just instances, just like this Matthew 25, 27 to 30. I don't know if you're getting me, but there is no questions that the action that usually lead to masturbation are sinful. So anything that is sinful that leads you to masturbation actually also, on the contrary, condemns that act of masturbation, which you shouldn't adhere to. Which you shouldn't adhere to. Please, that is very, very important. It is very, 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 very important. Masturbation is nearly always the result of lustful thoughts. Many of us are on this table. We joke. Yes, that is the truth. Is the truth. It is nearly all when maybe you see a fine girl, like maybe dressed on cloud, half naked, stuff like that. You start imagining, you are creating this fantasy inside your head. This, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, you've seen yourself doing the act already. You've seen yourself doing the act. Ah, may God help us. God help us. Ah, inappropriate sexual stimulation or pornography. I've said it earlier. If it is this problem that need to be dealt with, these are the things you need to deal with. The contents you watch. If the sin of lust, immoral thoughts, and pornography are forsaken and overcome, masturbation will become much less of an issue and temptation. Many people struggle with guilt concerning masturbation. Yes. When in reality, they would be far better off repenting of the sins that lead them to masturbate. That is saying another thing and doing another thing. Yes, I won't stop masturbating. I will stop masturbating, I will stop masturbation, I will stop it. But then that same thing that led you to masturbate, that same thing that led you to do it, you haven't stopped it. Because you can't keep doing the same thing the same way every time and expect a different result. It is very, very abnormal. It isn't proper. It is a lie from the pit of hell. It is a huge lie. You can't. Please, just a minute, please. My light is off. Let me change my light, please. Just a second. Yeah, sorry for the interruption, please. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, so you can't see yourself saying you will stop it, and yes, that's something that led you to masturbate. You not stop it. Please let us. When you stop those acts, when you stop the acts, you'll be far off it. All right. With that said, is masturbation itself a sin? I know this is a question many people have been wanting to ask. Is masturbation still a sin? Mm. All right. I don't know why the Bible does not directly answer this question. As we all know, there are definitely some biblical principles that can be applied to this issue. These are based on personal thoughts, opinion, and research. I'm not saying it's a generally or widely accepted phenomenon, but this is just a personal research. Please, it is deemed fit to change. Please, it's just on my own personal thoughts, these are the ones. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, that is, let's say in First Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. So now what you ask yourself is masturbation to the glory of God. So if you cannot give God glory for something, you should not do it. Whatsoever thing you know that when you do it, you can't give glory to God, it is a sin. So actually, on the contrary, masturbation is a sin because you can't masturbate and say, glory to God. Who does that? Who does that? So, and the second is Romans 14:23. Everything that does not come from faith is sin. What is faith? Evidence of things not seen. So actually, you are seeing masturbation, and it's not. You are seeing masturbation. It is not faith. So if we are not truly, fully convinced that an activity is honoring to God, it is a sin. Whatsoever that is not honoring or pleasing to God is a sin. Whatever is not honoring God is a sin, and you should desist from it. That's the second verse. And the third one is First Corinthians 6:19-20. Do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you are bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your body. Have you seen reflecting on Romans 14:23? Honor God with your body. Now, when you are masturbating, are you honoring God? Ask that question as a girl, as a man, as a woman. When you are masturbating, are you honoring God? Is God honored? If your answer is no, which we know is the answer, please stop. Desist from it. Please desist from it. Our bodies have been redeemed and belong to God. That is what one thing you should know. And the second one I'm telling is Galatians 5:22-23. The fruit of the spirit. There are many fruits of the spirit, and the last one there, which is what I want us to take, is self-control. Self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. There are many, many fruits of the Holy Spirit, but the one I want to capture is the one of self-control, because when you have that self-control, that self-discipline, when you have self-control, control over your body, over the things you see, your watch, over everything around you, when you have self-control, you see that you can stop it. You can stop masturbation. Masturbation is not always a sign of lack of self-control. Rather, it is because we lack discipline. Sorry, it's almost always a sign of a lack of self-control. Yes, it's always a sign that we lack self-control, because you can't control your body, you can't control your mind, you can't control what you watch, you can't control what you hear, you can't control what you see, you can't just control anything around you. You are just like uh you are just like that. Remember that what made Adam to leave the Garden of Eden was because he lacked restriction. God told him on this garden, every other thing eat, but you see this particular one, don't. But Adam lacked the self that he lacked that restriction. So having said all this, please, these great truths should have a powerful impact on what we do with our bodies. These Bible verses, that is, and I can give them to you. First Corinthians 10:31, Romans 14:23, First Corinthians 16:6:19-20, and Galatians 5:22-23. It will give us a thought to know what we do with our bodies. So in light of these principles, many may conclude that masturbation is always sinful, which is true. It is true. It is true. It's always sinful. Masturbation is a questionable activity. It is very, very something we are not even proud of. Yes, I can see you, follower. Thank you, praise you, follower. Thank you for watching my video. God bless you. So masturbation is always a something of regret. Please, you should desist from it. It is questionable. It is not something you are proud of. I can't just say, okay, let me say, Beke, nah, Beke, I masturbated. Oh. No, no. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Please, let us desist from it. It is, and at best, whether it can glorify God, whether it can be done in absolute confidence that it is right, and whether it can honor God as the owner of our bodies, it is very questionable. Please, if done with absolutely if done with absolutely no lust, immoral thoughts or pornography, yes, with full assurance that it is good and right, with thanksgiving to God for the pleasure it brings. That is when we read First Corinthians 10:30. Is it still a sin to masturbate? The most we can say is maybe not. That's just maybe not. However, we have serious doubts whether the scenario ever truly exists. Please, please, let us desist from masturbation. Let us desist from masturbation. It does not honor God. It doesn't give him glory. Like the Bible verses we read, anything that God doesn't give God glory, we shouldn't do it. Because that was something I was telling somebody. Yes, Becky, it's like, yeah, I discussed it with Becky. The principle of shared dominion. What is shared dominion? God cannot honor himself, so he invests his glory and power on Jesus, his son, so that when Jesus is glorified, he himself is glorified. Now, Jesus cannot glorify himself. He invests his power on the church. That when the church is glorified, he himself is glorified. And when he is glorified, God is glorified. Now, the church cannot glorify itself apart from our power over the cosmos, our power over principalities and powers. That is what gives the church its glory. So when the church is glorified, Jesus is glorified. And when Jesus is glorified, God is glorified. That is the principle of shared dominion. So anything that doesn't give God glory, that is what we shouldn't do. Please, please. This is the best I can say. Thank you for all that joined this program. I thank you. I've just got a very good comment from Praise the Follower. Thank you. Yeah, she said, true. Masturbation isn't something we are always proud of. Sometimes I feel it comes when one isn't able to control him or herself. Or she, yes, that is there what we've been saying. We are not proud of it. We are not proud of it at all, at all. That is how you want. That is the reason why you should build self-control. That is why you should build self-control. You have self-discipline. You discipline yourself. This is what I want to do. And whenever you see yourself doing that thing you said you want to do, you draw back immediately. Have self-control. It serves a lot to be principled. Live a life of discipline and principle. Thank you very much, follower, for that wonderful piece. And I want to thank everyone that is here with me. I really appreciate your presence here. Praise you, follower. You. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. Mojola Oluwa. My mates, they even pay me to say thank you. You've been there for me, for your support, for the love, for the care, for the concern. I so much appreciate it. I say thank you very much. To all my viewers worldwide, please, I thank all of you for joining and watching this wonderful video. Please share this video. This is worthy to be shared. It's worthy to be shared. And I believe for anyone that watched it must testify. It will help you build. It is not to castigate or demoralize anyone. No, rather it is to encourage us. Please, it is to encourage us. Please, it is to encourage us in all that we are doing. Please, on the with the ticker going, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, and share and share. God bless you as you watch this, and as you share, may God bless all of you. I just can't stop thanking all of you enough. Thank you very much. I love you, Los. This is Elvis Gonayo Lowe. That is my name. But my name, my online name, you can call me as a man for Christ or one bishop, which is what I'm widely known for. Thank you and God bless.